The market pulls back as we expected and chooses the deeper pullback route. Do we still have lower to go? Find out next on Invest with Jacob. All right, guys, so the market pulled back as expected today and gave us a little bit of a bounce at the open, but then dropped from there, blowing through the 382 retrace and the 0.5 retrace before bouncing at the 618. Now, since it did drop lower without a bounce, this does change things just a little bit, and I do believe we have lower to go. Now, I'll get into that in just one second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, so the market moved down without much of a bounce today, which indicates more of a C wave than an A wave down. So it changes our count just a little bit and makes it look like we're in wave 2 a little deeper than we thought. This is best seen on the charts, so let's jump in and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 5-minute futures chart, and I've changed the count just a little bit from yesterday because of how today played out. So if we look at today's move down, the 382 held for just a second, and then it blew through that. It bounced off the 50% retrace and then blew back through it. And finally, looks like it held a little bit here at the 61.8 before bouncing up in a somewhat corrective structure. So when we don't hold the 38.2, that is a common wave 4 target as well as a common A wave of 2 target. So when it blows through that, it starts to say, okay, well, we're definitely in wave 2 instead of wave 4. When we don't hold the 50, okay, then it takes wave 4 off the table. And now we're getting a little deep for an A wave of 2 here. So when you have this 3-wave structure up, that's very clearly corrective, and then you have a C wave type structure down, it really makes this count as an expanded flat B wave here, and then we have C down towards our target over here at 45.76. So what I did is we put the 5 at this spike over here and completed wave 1. We got A down and then B up. And now we're trying to complete C down in a larger C wave structure toward this 61.8 retrace of wave 1. So there are a couple things that are a little bit concerning about the structure, okay? First, if you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, you know that I like things to hit their targets, and I like them to be clean waves that are very easy to track. We did not get that over here. We came up short of our target, and we only got a 3-wave structure up, which does count as an expanded B wave, but it doesn't make us a very strong wave 5 over here, okay? So with this whole topping pattern here, it makes me a little bit cautious about the rally higher. Now, we are still set up for a rally higher, and we are still set up to hit this wave 2 target, but we have to be cautious when we get down here to get a solid bounce and C wave setup. Could we get that from here off the 61.8 retrace? Yes, we could. This could morph into a impulsive structure up, but right now it looks pretty corrective to me, and that means we are most likely heading lower before we head higher. That doesn't mean that this can't go higher. They can take this up a little bit before they bring it back down, but I do think we'll see this area down here before we start our bounce higher toward the new all-time highs. Now, if we don't hold this area, the 61.8 to 45.76, or even down to the 76.4 at 45.42, okay, if we break through here, then we have to start worrying about the larger C wave down towards 4,400 to 4,350. I do think based on this structure over here and how we have held up here pretty strong and not moved down in a strong C wave, I do think that that's less likely, but we do have to pay attention once we get down into these levels to see if we find support and can bounce up from there. Okay, so really what we're watching for today, guys, is we're watching to see if we can complete this C wave down in 2 towards this 45.76 area. I actually doubt we'll have a lot of movement before the Fed minutes come out or Fed speak. I forget which one it is, but whatever the Fed thing is tomorrow, that'll probably be the catalyst that says, hey, we're impulsive and we're going up, or we're going to go ahead and come down and hit this target. I really think it's probably going to be down towards this target, and we'll look to see if we can hold this 61.8 retrace. If they do take it up and make it impulsive, then we will look for wave 1 of 3 to reach right around this high here, this 4,700 area, before we get a wave 2 pullback, and then start 3 of 3 up towards the 48.61 area. Okay, so that's what we're really watching. We really are expecting lower, even if they move it up just a little bit overnight here or even into the open. We're expecting lower overall into this 61.8 area. Then we're looking for it to hold and bounce from there. However, as I said, if it does bounce up from here, we're looking to start a 1-2 setup for wave 3, okay, towards that 4,800 area. Guys, if you like the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to get in my Facebook group. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link, okay? It will take you over to Facebook. Once you get over to Facebook, you do have to get approved to get in my group, but the only thing that I ask for you to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Be part of this great community, and I'll get you in my Facebook group. To get the most out of Facebook, come down here to this featured tab right here, okay? And then you're going to scroll down. You'll see a link to our documented trades that shows every trade we've made since I've started the channel. Scroll down just a little further and you will see a link to my Slack channel. Now, Slack is just a free chat channel. I am on there all day giving real-time market updates and answering all of your questions, including giving out my buy and sell alerts. It is a very talented group of traders from the very beginner to the very expert, and it's an awesome place to learn or improve your trading. So come on over and let's make some money together. Okay, guys, key takeaways for today. We're watching to see how this structure plays out. I think we're headed lower first. Even if we push up just a little bit in the overnights here, I do think we're going to come down towards the C wave target in the 45.76 area. If we can find resistance or a bounce there, then we would look for wave 3 to take us higher toward our 49.50 target. However, if they do hold this low and drive it up from here and make this an impulsive move up, I would expect wave 1 of 3 to come up around these highs, around 4,700 to 4,722, before we get a wave 2 pullback. And that is an excellent place to enter a trade, as wave 3 of 3s are the strongest and longest waves, and they're excellent places to enter a trade. All right, guys, that is the market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.